right, so this is Charli's Roadmap to Success video. And when I got here, we primarily wanted to work on a couple of things, and that was getting her to go potty outside consistently, stop nipping and biting at her owner when she wants attention, and how to get her to stop barking. Now, 2 of the 3 of those, you want to kind of ignore her to the best of your ability. Remember, you want to use the escalating consequences to disagree with bad behavior or behavior that's undesirable when it's not intended towards you. So if she's not trying to gain your attention, so say she's chewing on furniture or you're trying to teach her an invisible boundary, use the escalating consequences. If she's barking at you, nibbling at your hands, or digging at her water bowl or dish, that's when you want to ignore that type of behavior. So if she's doing something to try to gain your attention, you want to ignore that behavior. Otherwise, you can use escalating consequences. Now, when it comes to the nipping, make sure you're giving her plenty of treats. Use the bully sticks. You can go to Costco or Amazon, get the bully sticks, cut them into smaller pieces so you can give one to her daily, especially at work. I would give her one at the beginning of the day when she has the most energy, and it'll keep her busy, so then later on she's more likely to nap and kind of relax. That'll get you through a lot of your day, and it's giving her something positive to chew on. Instead of giving, so they'll come usually in a bigger form than she needs, so you want to cut them in half. There's a reason for that. It is better for her to feel like she's getting a new novel object almost every day and have that kind of newness to it of like, oh, I'm getting a new one, instead of having something she has to work on for a long period. If she has to keep working on it each day, she's not going to be as interested and as excited to have it. So you want to make sure that you're giving her almost a new one each day. It'll keep her more interested in it and keep her nice and busy. The other thing that you want to do for the nipping is, or chewing, is to kind of trade things out. So if she starts chewing on a chair or she starts chewing on your hand, go ahead and grab a toy or something else that's appropriate for her to chew on and give that to her instead. A lot of times dogs don't find it as desirable for you to just hand them a toy and be like, here, chew on this instead. She is kind of right now, but if you move it around, look how much more excited she is. So sometimes you want to entice her so you get her more excited and more interested in whatever you have. When it comes to demand barking, remember that you don't want to give her any attention, which also includes making eye contact. So if she's barking at you, don't look right at her, because that will get her to be, that'll only encourage her. Remember, dogs are a big fan of foot in the door technique, so if they've got your attention through eye contact, they're only going to escalate their behavior to try to get more attention. So try your hardest to just ignore that behavior, and it'll quickly subside, or over a couple of time periods it'll subside and eventually end. So that's what you want to do for those 2 things. For going potty outside, you want to really try to come up with 2 command words, one for going pee, one for going poop. I think we're using the words potty and business, and then use those words advantageously. So when she's already going, say the command word, don't move, just stand there nice and quietly, and then give her a treat and say the same exact word. So whether it's potty or business, and make sure you're saying the word the same way, nice and consistently. The reason why you don't want to move while she's going, especially for a little tiny dog like her, is that you don't want her to stop going halfway. You don't want her to start going pee and then you get so excited, you go, good girl, and then she stops going, and then as soon as you get inside, she has to go again. So make sure that you're being nice and calm, just saying that one word command word and giving her a treat each time. So essentially you're building up the positive value of going outside. If she does have an accident inside, you don't want to get upset with her. You want to kind of ignore it, because essentially dogs can't tell the difference between going inside or outside. They just think you're upset because they're going potty. So if you get upset with her, she's more reluctant to not go potty in front of you outdoors. So it's just going to make the process take longer and longer. So if you do catch her going potty inside, just ignore it and then keep rewarding her for going outside. Playing with our tiger. So those are different things. The other thing you want to do is get a puppy playpen, put a bed in there, her little potty pad, and if you can't watch her 100% of the time, just put her in there, so at least she's going to learn to go potty in a correct place that you want her to go inside, and she doesn't have the chance to run and hide going potty somewhere in the house. Yeah, it's a fun toy. I know, it's so exciting. Oh boy, that's exciting. So you can use the puppy playpen for that. The other great thing about the puppy playpen is it will prevent her from chewing on other objects in the home, so she won't get a chance to chew on furniture because she'll be in a confined space. So if you're making dinner, getting ready to leave the home, those are great times to use the puppy playpen until she's a little older, she's not chewing on things and not having accidents. So use that to your advantage, and it's a great way to give yourself a little off time as well, because you don't have to keep your eye on her every second of the day. I want to refer you to the video above this one, and watch that to see how we can use passive training to train her on how to sit, lay down. Remember, you can use a method where you grab 1 or 2 treats when you come in from taking her out to go potty. Use that as a time to work on her sit, down, stay, whatever kind of behavior tricks you want to use. And then use our petting with a purpose technique to reward her for good behavior. And don't pet her unless you would say, good girl, or do this again. So ask her to sit before she gets up on the furniture, before you pick her up, before you pet her. So that's our petting with a purpose technique, and it just helps her learn kind of good manners and to look to you for direction and leadership. And then lastly, I just want to remind you that everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.